I've mentioned previously that I have been on an Eastern philosophy / religion deep dive over the past couple months. Well, 6 months, probably. Anyway, the teachings of Buddhism have helped me with PTSD and related issues more than I could ever explain. I don't know if I'd go so far as to consider myself a Buddhist in that I don't necessarily practice a specific tradition, but as a rule, I'm still learning, and it's been most helpful. More recently, I have started my exploration of Hinduism, and that's a whole vast ocean of things going on there. But I have found one thing in particular that really sticks with me in a bad way, and I want to talk about it. So, I have found that I instantly recoil when the talk of, or the idea of, guru worship is mentioned. I've been reading Autobiography of a Yogi, which is apparently what you're supposed to do when you're learning about Hinduism. I've been reading, a lot of, listening to a lot of Ram Dass, and I notice every time that, those sources bring up the idea of worshiping a guru, it weirds me out. And I really had to think about why. And this is what I've come up with thus far. When I was going to church regularly and I was trying very, very hard to get it, to be a part of it, to have my immortal soul saved, I went to the preacher, often with philosophical questions. Imagine that. Most of the time, the responses would be lacking, in my opinion. I would get a lot of, well, the general consensus is this interpretation indicates this interpretation indicates that. Your typical religious answers. And it made me realize that they don't fucking know either. Nobody knows. And it really hit me at that point that, hey, they are preaching this as the unequivocal, absolute, chiseled in stone word of God, and they don't understand it. And I knew at that point that I wasn't going to get it. I knew at that point that that path was not for me. And I'm very thankful that that happened, because it has led me in directions that I'd never thought I would go personally, spiritually, just in general. But the idea of guru worship and the idea of devoting yourself to another human being really stirred up feelings of that time, of the initial, well, these guys don't know it either. And I feel that maybe I'm misunderstanding it, which is probably the case. But I thought I'd reach out to you guys. What do you guys know about this? How do you feel about the whole guru community? Because I understand the concept, but I mean, let's be honest, it would be really easy to bullshit that if you were inclined to be a guru yourself. And also, I mean, it really kind of smells like Dogma to me. I don't know. What do you guys think?